right. Hi guys, it's Dr. Shell. Thank you so much for coming to the Dr. Test Prep channel. I don't know how many are going to watch this video because we're really doing very basic volume problems that you might have had like in middle school. So this is really more of a PSAT video, but I'm glad you're here. The one difference for the harder examples, we are looking at Khan Academy Unit 5, Lesson 1. One of the difference for the harder examples is all of these, well, two of the questions say in terms of pi. So when we type the formula into Desmos, we're not going to type in pi or 3.14 because that's going to be in our answer. So if we look here, the volume formula for a cylinder is volume equals pi r squared height. And because we're not going to type in pi, like our answer is going to have pi in it, in the Desmos calculator, we're going to be typing in r squared times height. And you guys know how much I love the slider tools. So I'm going to add sliders. And it says that the radius is 4. So I'll make this say 4. And the height is 12. And I get 192. So the 192 goes here, and my answer is 192 pi. In the next formula, or the next question, it says, what is the volume of a sphere with a radius of 6? So the sphere formula, which is on the formula sheet, I've just taught this forever, is 4/3 pi r cubed. Because it wants it in terms of pi, we're going to have a number, and then we'll have pi at the end. So back over here, I'll delete all my formulas and we'll do the same thing. We're going to do 4/3. We're not going to type in pi, but we're going to put in r cubed and we'll add a slider. Now you also could just substitute, like you could take out the r and type in a 6, but if we look right here, let me show you how this works first. So it says the radius is 6. So we're just going to say r equals 6 and we get the answer of 288 pi. The issue is that if we had just put the 6 right here, it does work, but sometimes it won't work. So it's a good habit that if you want to put things back into the equation, that you substitute using parentheses, and that will always work. But my slider tool also works as well. All right, let's look at our last question. It says, a square pyramid has a base length of 8 and a height of 15. What is the volume? So the formula for a pyramid is on the formula sheet. It's 1/3 and then big base times height. And in this case, the base is a square. And so it's basically like, what's the area formula? So like if it was a pyramid with a pentagon base, it'd be the area of the pentagon times the height divided by 3. So here we're just going to do, it's a square, and we know that the formula for square is like side squared. So I'm going to go back into Desmos and type in my formula, 1/3 times the side squared times the height, and I'm going to add all of it. So my side of my square is 8, and then my height is 15. And so the volume is 320. Okay, before you watch my next video, please go back to Khan Academy Unit 5 Lesson 1 and do the practice questions using the tricks that I showed you, or the techniques rather, because they're not really tricks, the techniques I showed you in Desmos. When you come back, we're going to move on with angle relationships. All right, I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.